Welcome to this explainer. If you're serious about breeding and showing canaries or finches, you know for a fact that the environment is just as crucial as genetics. So we're jumping right into it today, taking a close look at a piece of equipment literally engineered for excellence, the songbird training cage.
Okay, let's dive into this big question. What actually separates a good songbird from a true champion? Well, you and I both know it isn't just about natural talent, right? It's about rigorous, structured preparation. By exploring how purpose-built environments are used to optimize a bird's pre-competition conditioning, we're going to see exactly how the pros get those award-winning vocal performances. Spoiler alert, it's all about minimizing distractions.
And this profile brilliantly illustrates our focus today. We're looking at a highly specific cage designed exclusively for the vocal training of canaries and finches. Now, I want to be super clear here. This isn't where your bird hangs out year-round. No, this is a specialized training ground. Notice that compact, no-nonsense design. Literally everything you see here serves a single, unified purpose, getting that bird ready for the show bench.
Precision engineering for vocal excellence. So, the crucial takeaway here is that this is not just some standard housing unit. It's essentially an acoustic and psychological instrument. By meticulously limiting the physical space, you're gently discouraging the bird from burning all its energy on flying or hopping around. Instead, you're successfully redirecting that massive energy reserve straight into a sustained, powerful vocal performance. It's like creating a laser focus for their singing.
To really understand how this works, let's break down those purpose-built dimensions. We're starting with a very deliberate length of 27.5 centimeters. Now, why that specific number? Well, it provides just enough room for two small perches. This allows the bird to hop back and forth comfortably, to maintain basic circulation and muscle tone, but it's definitely not enough room to encourage sustained flight. It's basically the absolute Goldilocks zone for pre-competition conditioning.
We combine that length with a tight width of exactly 17 centimeters. This narrow depth is incredibly intentional. It keeps the bird oriented towards the front of the cage, right? Facing the trainer, the audience, or eventually the judge. You're essentially training the bird to present itself forward, preventing it from retreating into the background. You're physically building the bird's confidence to stand tall and sing proudly right at the front bars.
And finally, a height of 20 centimeters. This creates a specific overall volume that purposefully restricts unnecessary movement. Again, the goal here isn't a gym workout, it's acoustic output. By gently limiting that vertical flight space, you're effectively forcing the canary or finch to focus entirely on their vocalization, rather than expending energy jumping upwards. Honestly, it's a true masterclass in using environmental design to shape animal behavior.
Now, let's check out the structural elements. Notice how these specific materials work together to create a completely distraction-free training environment. We've got a dark metal wire structure for excellent visibility without crazy reflections, a sturdy, solid brown base that offers this psychological sense of security from below, and then, crucially, transparent seed cups and a pull-out hygiene tray. Every single component is meticulously designed so the trainer's hands rarely, if ever, need to enter the cage.
So why does external access matter so much? Well, look at the transparent seed cups mounted right on the outside front. This is a brilliant feature for conditioning. These cups let trainers instantly monitor food and water intake from a distance and quickly refill them from the exterior. You literally never need to open the main door or reach your hand inside to disturb the bird during a critical training cycle. It completely maintains the absolute sanctity of their vocal space.
Of course, for serious competitors, training is rarely just about one single bird. This is where the setup becomes a fully scalable environment. Just look at how perfectly these modular units stack together. The flat top of the metal wire structure and that standardized brown base mean you can create a literal wall of training units. It keeps everything perfectly organized and incredibly space-efficient in your breeding room. Now, managing hygiene. When you stack cages like this, maintenance is a huge concern. But this setup relies entirely on an ingenious pull-out hygiene tray system. It allows for perfect cleanliness without interrupting the bird's focus. Step 1. Slide out the white tray. Step 2. Remove the waste. Step 3. Reinsert the tray, all without opening the cage door. Absolute minimum disruption. This level of cleanliness is absolutely vital for respiratory health and vocal clarity, and you can do it daily without the bird even breaking its song.
By comparing the single individual unit next to the stacked modular configuration, you can see exactly how this scales up to give pros a serious competitive edge. Whether you're working intensely with one prized singer to perfect their trills, or managing a whole team of canaries for a regional exhibition, the consistency of the environment remains exactly the same. The birds learn to associate this highly specific spatial footprint with one single command: It's time to sing.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought. How might a specialized environment change your bird's pre-competition performance? It's kind of wild how a few specific dimensional constraints, 27.5 by 17 by 20 centimeters, along with cleverly designed external access points, can completely transform a bird's focus. The right tools really do shape the outcome. Consider how this level of environmental control could elevate your own show team. Thanks for joining me, and keep exploring.